Hi everybody, welcome back to the GallowgateShots YouTube channel. We are back and just as excited as you for the 2024-2025 Premier League season. My name is Chris and I am here for our very first starting 11 prediction. This is something which we did start doing last season, but as everybody be aware, as every single Newcastle fan will also have horrid memories of this, Newcastle United had to field the same starting 11 for what felt like weeks upon weeks. And these sort of videos just kind of got a bit pointless because everybody knew what the starting 11 was going to be, as Eddie Howe struggled to name 11 men, never mind change things as the going got tough throughout the Champions League, Cup games, and obviously the Premier League campaign as well. Things are different this season. Newcastle fully fit, about to start the season with just about every player available apart from Tonali. But we found out Tonali is just going to be missing a couple of games of the season there. So can't wait to see him back. But let's get to it. Starting in goal, the return of Nick Pope. I know a lot of fans were desperate to see Nick Pope return after his shoulder injury last season. Your wish is here. Nick Pope starting in goal, no doubt about it. We've got a million keepers to choose from, but Nick Pope, of course, he's going to be the name on the starting 11. I'm going to go to the left-hand side of the field because I think it gets a bit tricky when we get down to the right-hand side. But left-hand side, it has to be Hall. Hall's impressed last season when called upon, and then again in pre-season as well. He's now a Newcastle United signing. He has obviously signed that permanent deal after his loan last season, but it has to be Lewis Hall for me starting there at left back. We're going to the centre back partnership, and the centre back partnership, this is where we don't have that many options, despite having a lot of centre backs. There's none of them fit. So we already knew going into the start of the season. I know at the start of this video I said fully fit squad. We knew already Lascelles was missing and Sven Botman was missing as well. We have brought in Lloyd Kelly to help fill that void a little bit, but I think it's a no-brainer. It's going to be Dan Burn on the left-hand side, and it's going to be Fabian Shaw on the right-hand side. That partnership, we saw it a couple of times last season, and Dan Burn playing in centre-back, I think you get a hell of a lot more from Dan Burn. Yes, he does a great job at left-back when called upon, but centre-back, that's his position. It really is. Obviously, rumours, the links with Gay coming in as well, that'll obviously strengthen and bolster those decisions which Eddie Howe has to make at the centre back position with the injuries to Lascelles and Botman. But this, obviously, the squad which we have right now, I'm fully expecting that to be Burn and Fabian Shaw. Like I said, on the right hand side, it gets a little bit different when we get the right hand side. I think Eddie Howe's got a tough choice to make. Do you go with your on field captain in Kieran Trippier, who had a bit of a tough time towards the end of last season? Obviously, away with England at the Euros, making it right the way to the final there. But Tino has impressed. When Tino's got his chance on the right back position, he really has impressed, and he's had a great pre-season as well. So I think this is probably the toughest decision which Eddie Howe has right now in regards to players that he can play on the field. I think the rest of this team probably picks itself really, and I think everybody probably be in agreement. But that right back position, I'm gonna go. See, I was going to say Trippier there, but I don't know. I've got a feeling that he might go with Tino. I might be completely wrong. I think Tino probably deserves that chance. I think we saw a lot of talent from Tino last season, but will he trust Kieran Trippier with obviously the experience, being the first game of the season, with being on-field captain? Personally, I would like to see Tino there, but I think Eddie Howe will probably go Trips. Yeah, we'll stick with Trips. We'll put Trips in there. Let us know what you think as well. So see if you're on the fence with me on this one. Me heart says Tino, but like I said, head, I think it'll be Trips. Moving to the centre of the field, we will see Sean Longstaff, Bruno Gomes, and Joe Linton. I think it's an absolute no-brainer. Haven't got a huge amount of choice there until Tonali comes back. Yes, you've got Joe Willock who could potentially play in that role, but I think it's going to be a solid three, and that's a solid midfield three. As the season goes on, like I said, Tonali returning, and Joe Willock, a possibility there as well. And obviously Miley, when he comes back from injury as well, it's probably going to be one of the most competitive midfield positions across the league, because I think the talent which we have in the centre of the field is really, honestly, it's up there with the best. Moving over to the left-hand side, it's going to be Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon is probably feeling a little bit frustrated that he didn't get the minutes that he deserved in the Euros, thanks to Gareth Southgate, but I'm over that. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm not. But he should have had a hell of a lot more minutes there. Gordon, I think he'll come back with one. I'm saying a point to prove. I don't think he has a point to prove with us, with the Newcastle fan base. But I think he's probably, like I said, he's probably feeling unbelievably frustrated that he didn't get a chance to show the rest of the country and the rest of the world what he can do on that left-hand side of the field, despite having an unbelievable season for Newcastle last year. Gareth Southgate just didn't put him in that role, which like I said, he deserved. So I think Anthony Gordon has got one hell of a point to prove to everybody this season. We know he's a fantastic player, but I think he's going to be even more driven if he could even get to that extent, because we know how clued up Anthony Gordon is when it comes to himself and what he believes he can do going forward in his talent and into his career as well. So Anthony Gordon, no-brainer on that left-hand side. Right-hand side, once again, it's probably that decision with Eddie Howe, which is probably a flip of a coin, but personally I think it'll go Jacob Murphy. Jacob Murphy's had a great pre-season. He's turned into, honestly, he's turned into a world beater in pre-season, scoring at every opportunity that he gets. And honestly, I like Jacob Murphy. I think that as his career has gone further with Newcastle United, he just became better and better each time we see him. Yes, he's not going to set the world on fire, but you know exactly what you're getting with Jacob Murphy. Big fan of him. Great at putting the ball in the box there as well. His crosses are probably second to none right now in that team. Very, very clever with decision making. He doesn't dig about, and he just puts the ball in. So yeah, Jacob Murphy for me on the right hand side. Just lead you with the up top. It's no brainer. We don't really have any fit strikers. We have Alexander Isak. Once again, pre-season, he's looked great. He's looked fit. He's looked lively, and he's just an absolute world-class player. Isak, he really is. Unbelievably thankful and happy that we've managed to keep a hold of him, and he's just going to improve again this season. He really is. Absolute talent, one to watch, no doubt about it. He's going to lead the line for us successfully once again this season, and he's going to be up there battling for top goal scorer this season as well. Obviously, well, I brought people in that striking position. Callum Wilson injured, shock. Of course, he's injured. So we might have to look at the bench later on in the game. But you've got a couple of options there as well. You've got Sula, who we've just brought in, who looked okay in pre-season, got his goal, but it was ruled off side, but he finished it well, so could call upon him if needs be. So yeah, that's my starting 11 formation, as you can see on screen, and fingers crossed all 3 points stay in St James's Park as we open the 2024-2025 campaign. Let me know what you think as well. If you disagree with me, if you agree, just let us know. If you think I'm completely wrong and I've got so many decisions wrong with the starting 11, just let us know. If you do like this video as well, just like it. It means a lot to us as well as we go forward and push for an even better campaign for a YouTube channel. Just better than last season. Let's just keep on going and bring those numbers in. Become a subscriber as well. It means the world to us. If you do want to give an extra bit back, it is just $2.99 a month to become a member. You do get access to the videos like this a little bit earlier than everybody else if you are a member as well. You get bonus features as well. You get extended clips of podcasts and videos, which we do as well. So yeah, fingers crossed. Keep those 3 points. Away the lads.